What it is, what it do. Jay Killen here, back with another episode of Doki Doki Relapse. I'm just excited to pick up right where I left off. So far, I'm enjoying the mod so far. I'm enjoying the MC's interaction with the other girls. And I'm not going to waste any more time. I just want to get right into it. So if you guys are excited for another installment, be sure to hit the like button and stay tuned, because here we go. After walking and talking for a few minutes, we finally reached the park. I know I've been here before, but it feels like I'm seeing it for the first time. Odd.
Ah, it's so pretty here.
She's not wrong. The trees, the weather, everything. I'm really glad we came here.
Huh? Did you say something, Killen?
Oh, I was just saying how everything is so pretty.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. We should walk the trail. What do you think?
Full of good ideas as always, I see. Sure, let's get going. As I finish saying this, I can't help but notice a headache creeping in. We begin to walk the trail of the park. Even though it's technically called a trail, it's not much more than a concrete path that goes around the perimeter of a small lake. Or is it a large pond? It's probably more like a large pond. I can't say it's a bad thing, though. It keeps us from having to walk through trees and get our shoes dirty. Plus, the path is wide enough for two people to stand comfortably next to each other. I was about to make a unspecified disease of unknown origin joke, but I decided against it. After walking for a few minutes, I realized me and Sayori haven't talked since we started. She seems to be entranced by the view, like it has been a lifetime since she's seen it. I wonder how long it's been since she's come here. Probably a long time, since the park just came into existence for the story purposes of this mod. Surely she's told one of the club members about this place. We always loved coming here as kids. Running through the woods, climbing trees, getting scolded by our parents when we jump into the lake. I wipe some dust out of my eyes as I think about it.
Hey, Killen, remember that time that the bird flew out of a bush and scared me?
How could I forget? You lost your footing and fell off the bank. You started crying about how you were drowning even though the water was barely a foot deep. That sounds like a Sayori thing to do. I had to practically carry you out of it. Our parents were so mad when they saw us.
I couldn't help it. I was really scared.
Don't worry. I believe you. I remember you going around telling everyone about how I saved you and how I was your
hero.
Yeah, that. It suddenly feels like someone dumped a ton of bricks into my stomach. Thinking about how Sayori told people I saved her, how she called me a hero. Damn it! I feel tears starting in my eyes, but I managed to hold them back.
Killen, are you okay?
Yeah, I was just thinking about all the fun we had here, you know? Actually, come to think of it, it's been quite some time since we've come here together, hasn't it? That frown says all we need to know. I immediately feel a wave of guilt wash over me as I say this. Have I really been taking my friendship with Sayori for granted? Yes, but to be fair, that's technically not all of your fault. It was for story purposes. Is she depressed because of me? No, that's not why. Don't get too full of yourself there, buddy boy. I feel my hands clenched in fists as I think about it. I have to fix this. After a few seconds of silence, I can't stop myself anymore. Though I will say is the one thing that is kind of worrisome is that you have the main character developing a sort of savior complex with the other girls, or I guess in this case with Sayori. That's the one thing people have to kind of be careful about. Because you don't want the MC to just become like a white knight and try to save everybody, and he kind of loses his individuality. Sayori, are you okay?
Huh? Yeah, I'm great.
I was scared she would say something like that. It's going to be tough to talk about, but I have to do it. Sayori, I'm serious. Are you okay?
Well, what do you mean? Why are you asking like that all of a sudden?
Honestly, it's because I feel bad. I feel like I've been taking our friendship for granted. I try not to choke on my words as I continue. Like, like I was only thinking of myself, when I should have been more considerate to how you felt. You were always so happy when we played together or had sleepovers, but over time, I I guess I forgot about how happy it made you, and I began to become a recluse. Had I realized this sooner, I would have tried so much harder to reach out to you. I hate that I let something so important slip through my fingers like that. I've been so selfish, I just want.
Stop! Please kill him. Why are you talking like this?
Sorry, it looks like she could start crying any second now. It's because now or never. Because you're the most important thing in the world to me. Being with you now makes me realize just how much I've missed this. How much I've missed us. And it would crush me to find out that you were unhappy because I was a selfish jerk. I look at my feet and I feel a knot in my stomach. I didn't mean to make her cry, but she has to know how I feel. Before it's too late. The headache isn't helping my situation as it's beginning to make it hard to focus. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'm sorry, Sayori, for everything. She wipes her eyes with her sleeve and doesn't look in my direction for a while. I manage to hold back my tears, but just barely. My entire body feels stiff and I can feel my heart beating in my ears.
Killen. You don't have to apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. I was sad when we stopped spending time together. But to hear you say that you care so much, it makes me really happy.
I could tell that was hard for her to say, but it sounded genuine. I'm glad, Sayori. And I vow to never take you for granted ever again. If I do, I grant you full authority to beat me up for it. I smile at her to help ease the somber vibe.
I appreciate the authority, but I didn't need it. Beating you up wouldn't be that hard.
I feel relieved to see her cheering up like this. I would say it puts my mind at rest, but this headache is only getting worse. I honestly thought it'd be harder to cheer her up after the way she acted Sunday morning. But maybe it hasn't gotten that bad yet. And it won't if I could help it. Ouch. I don't look that weak, do I?
Well, when's the last time you lifted a weight, huh?
When's the last time I saw a weight? As my face began to heat up as I watch her giggle. Gosh, I really do care about her. We continue walking the path of the park, joking and laughing with each other until finally. And so I was like, hey, that's pretty good. It makes sense that she would. Ugh. I stop in my tracks and clutch at my head, feeling a sharp pain in my temples.
Killen!
Oh, sorry.
Killen! Are you alright?
I'm fine. As I say this, I see a red drop fall to the ground below me.
Ah! Your nose is bleeding!
I put my index and middle finger up to my nose and see that it's smeared with blood as I pull them away. Oh shit. I'm just like Booker DeWitt. Actually, this is the first reference I actually don't know. I actually don't know who Booker DeWitt is. This is awesome. Wait, this is not awesome. Oh no, wait, this might be a bad thing. Does it mean Sayori? This is a now I remember. This is a BioShock reference. That's what that is. This is a BioShock reference. Does that mean Sayori's Elizabeth? I hope she doesn't start throwing shit at me. This is what normal people think about when they get a nosebleed, right?
Killen!
Huh? Oh, sorry, Sayori. I'm fine. It was just zoning out.
How do you zone out when your nose is bleeding?
I guess like this? I proceed to stare at a tree with a blank expression on my face.
Killin, this is serious. You should go to a hospital.
Isn't that a bit of an overreaction? Some Tylenol and a few tissues should work just fine, you know. She still looks concerned. I can't help but worry a little myself. A nosebleed or a headache are fine on their own, but when they happen at the same time like this...
Well, here. I don't have any medicine, though.
So I pulls some tissue paper out of one of her pockets and hands it to me. I suddenly hope that she has allergies and is not just crying all the time and needs tissues. Because why would she just casually have tissues like that? Thank you, nurse. This should be fine for now. I dab away the blood from my nose and face and throw the tissues in a nearby trash can. The trash can has a Germex dispenser next to it that I then use to clean off my hands. Germex, that takes me back to elementary school.
What about your head? I'm still worried, you know.
You shouldn't worry so much, Sayori. It'll give you wrinkles. I poke Sayori on the forehead with my middle and index fingers, the ones I didn't bleed on. I suddenly feel emotional as I remember Itachi. Maybe next time, Sasuke.
Are you sure you're alright? You look kinda down.
He deserved better. He sacrificed so much.
What?
Did I say that out loud? Oof. Sorry, I was just zoning out again. Zone out, God. Gosh, I'm doing that a lot recently, aren't I?
You know, after today, you might really be the zone out queen.
You mean king?
Ha
ha. Very funny, Sayori. Ugh. I try not to wince from the pain, but she seems to notice anyway.
Killin.
Here, we're almost back at the entrance. I'll take some medicine and rest when I get home.
Do you promise?
I swear it.
Good. You better.
Hey, I already told you that I'd hate to see you unhappy. So if me feeling well prevents that, then I'll be back to 100% in no time. Guaranteed. I struggle to sound reassuring. The pain is actually pretty bad at this point. But Sayori appears to be a little more at ease.
Hehe.
That pity laugh concerns me. I hope this doesn't cause her to worry more. Well, we'll see about that. After walking for a few more minutes, we finally reached the entrance to the park. Even though I had fun spending time with her, I'm glad that I'll be home soon. I feel that. Boy, I feel that. The walk home is mostly in silence. It doesn't bother me though, as the more I talk, the worse I feel. By the time we make it close to Sayori's house, I could barely see straight. I have the power though. I can't let her get worried more. I have to power through. I can't let her get more worried. God, I can't read. So now we're back home, and everything looks kind of blurry.
I'm glad that we went to the park. I had a lot of fun spending time with you, Killin.
Same here. Truth is, this is probably the most fun I've had in quite a while. I try to smile through the pain, but I'm not sure if I'm successful or not. And I'm serious about making up for lost time. I want every day to be this fun. Together with you. I suddenly feel a wave of heat on my face. Sure, I've always thought Sayori was cute. But what I'm feeling now?
I would like that.
You and me both. This time I can't help but smile. I won't let the pain mess up this moment. Not now. Not when she needs me. I have to... Ugh! As if insulted by my thought, my head suddenly feels like someone just hit it with a chair. Eek. Damn it. I feel my teeth clenching and my jaw tighten.
Killin.
Sorry, Sayori, but I probably should be getting home to rest. Even though there's nothing more that I want than to stay, to spend time with you. to be here for you.
Yeah. You did promise me you'd get better.
She clearly doesn't want this moment between us to end any more than I do. Don't worry, I intend to keep my word. The smile I'm putting on now probably looks more like a grimace. After saying our goodbyes and promising that I'd text her when I felt better, I started making my way home. I finally reach my house and try to unlock the door. It takes me a second due to my vision being blurred and unfocused. Yeah, you can really see that in the background here. It's a nice touch. But I finally managed to get it open and rush inside. I head straight to the kitchen and throw open the medicine cabinet. You keep your medicine cabinet in the kitchen? It's just very easy for you to get exposed, man. So anybody just happens to come into your house will see it, they'll open it and go rightfully through it. Because you know people do that kind of stuff. I dumped two pills out. I dumped two pills out of one of them, the painkiller. I think it said out of one of the painkiller bottles. I dumped two pills out of one of the painkiller bottles and turned on the sink. Just an awkward sentence to read. Go. After swallowing them with some tap water, I start stumbling toward the living room. So close. I go to lay down on the couch. More like it just collapse. Couch.
Is he actually like me? He ignored the prompt like I wasn't even there. There's no way you should be able to say yes to my question. I made sure the only options were no. And then there's the fact that I couldn't see the other side this time.
Oh, sorry about that. My sister decided to pop in and say, hey. Yeah, Monica's wondering if the MC is like her. Well, yes and no. I mean, now he's a being that kind of exists outside the continuity of the game, but he's not self-aware. At least not to the extent that he's living in a simulation.
When I tried to see through him, I just saw him, no one else. Concern begins to sprout up as I think about not being able to see the outside world. What's happening? And why now? I failed to come up with any good explanations. He didn't appear to know what we are. Yet he still seemed troubled by his hanging comment, like he knows about Sayori. Plus his personality is totally different. He's more confident this time, and his interest in the girl seems to have increased. If he really doesn't know about this being a game, how would he know, how would he have changed? Perhaps his memory goes to that point in time, like it was reset before learning about me. But how? That reset normally breaks the code and corrupts everything. What will happen to me? Will what happens to me be the same? Or does him being different affect me as well? My concern turns to fear as I think about what I'd become later. I felt disgusted when he first went off script. But if he really is like me, perhaps we could. I feel my heart start to beat faster as I think about it. Ugh! The pain in my temples spiked for a second, causing me to freeze up. Why won't this headache go away? I lay my arms and head on my desk. I wonder who he'll write his poem for.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. I remember what happens to Monica now in this story. The MC and we don't get the traditional poge this time around for the MC, so I remember that much too. I groggily open my eyes and realize I'm on the floor next to my couch. Shit must knock me out, cause I ain't feel the ground at all. Deja vu. It's a pretty fitting title given my current situation. I wonder if anyone would get that reference if they heard it. I'm glad the headache finally went away, Mr. Ceiling. Judging by his lack of response, it appears that Mr. Ceiling is already asleep. Poor Mr. Ceiling. I suddenly stand up using the couch as a crutch as a crutch, Venom Snake style. Unlike Venom Snake, I make my way to my feet without falling over a dozen times. A few shakes of the head reassure me that my headache is totally gone. I pull out my phone and start sending a text to Sayori. Back and better than ever. Almost immediately after I hit send, I get a response.
Good. Wouldn't want to have to beat you up, lol.
And I can't help but smile as I read her message. Though I do wonder, did she respond so quickly because she was concerned about me? It's nice to have someone worry about you, but I don't want to add anything more to her plate. I shake off the thought, and as I begin to reply. I may have given you the authority, but I'm still pretty tough. You might wear yourself out trying to hurt me. We continue back and forth like this for a while until Sayori says she's about to go to sleep. Oh, I should probably remind her about the poem. I wonder what she'll write if she actually does it tonight. Oh, one question real quick. Did you remember to write a poem?
Yep, I wrote it when I got home. I'm not that forgetful, meanie.
I'll take your word for it this time. I guess I'll stop keeping you awake for now. Good night, Sayori.
Night.
I breathe a sigh of relief as I receive the last message. If doing what I did today is the best way to keep her happy, I have nothing to worry about. And that was with a crippling headache. There's no telling what I could do at full health. With my charisma at maximum power. With my raw rapier wit at top form. After taking a moment to feel confident in my abilities, I begin making my way towards my room. Now that the pain is gone, I can try to assess what all has happened. I could try to assess what all has happened today, and possibly what's going on. Let's see. I guess the big question is, why would I go back to today? If all of what I saw really happened, it's likely that I came back to prevent Sayori's suit. The word gets caught in my throat. I try to shake off the thought. After spending time with her today, it's hard to believe that she would do something like that. Or maybe it just shows how little I know about her. Damn it, I can't think like this. What else is there? So far, everything that I haven't directly affected has stayed the same as last Tuesday. I knew about the club, all the girls. Hell, I even knew the exact words of some of the conversations. But if it is to prevent that incident, why go back a week? I could have gone back to when Sayori and I first started becoming distant. Or to the night before the incident to make sure it didn't happen. Unless it's some kind of Groundhog Day scenario. It's pretty much what it is. The entire mod is like Groundhog Day, basically. And if there's no one who's seen Groundhog Day, I highly suggest you do. It's with Bill Murray. Pretty good movie. Sorry about that. I thought someone was knocking on my window, but it's just the wind. But if that's the case, will saving her stop it from happening again? I suddenly wish I've seen the end of that movie. If Sayori is the goal, then it still leaves one question. Why? Is there someone out there looking out for her? And if so, why use me? Well, you're the closest to her. You're a friend, and you are already going to protect her. Plus, the mod creator, like Sayori, wants Sayori to have a happy ending, so... For all I know, I'm the reason. A chill shoots down my spine at the thought. I can't think like that. There has to be more to this. What about the others? Natsuki seems to have problems at home. There's no telling with Yuri. I suppose I could try to find out if there's anything wrong with her, but what do I do about Natsuki? She locks up anytime her dad comes up, but I've never heard her mention her mom. How does someone like me settle a family dispute? I'm no therapist, and I'm sure as hell not a fighter, unless Natsuki gets her height from her dad. I've never noticed Monica having any problems, but I was pretty dense last time. Even if I had the eyes of a hawk, I don't think I'd have had time to see if there was anything wrong with her. Well, there was a lot wrong with Monica. It's just that would have been out of your realm of comprehension to figure out. Most of the time we talked, it was in a group. Hell, I think our exchange at the end of the club meeting today was the most one-on-one time I've had with her. So what's on the agenda? I need to find out if there's anything wrong with Yuri. Something that isn't timidness or a lack of confidence. Lord knows I couldn't fix that. I need to learn how to resolve Natsuki's conflict with her father. Which could actually be harder than turning Yuri into a social butterfly. How bad could it be, anyways? If I'm lucky, it'll just be some teenage girl rebelling or something. Oh no. Depending on what mod you play, it's a whole host of issues. But then I'd have to change Natsuki's entire personality. Ugh. I'm just a high school student, not a miracle worker. Well, except for the time travel thing, possibly. Now I'm not even sure if I'm the one who did that. Damn, that was kind of the only thing I had going for me. And as a cherry on top, I also get to snoop into Monika's life to see if there's any life-threatening problems. Well, to be fair, he's gained a more of a personality. He's more witty and charismatic and things like that. Random references aside, this MC is actually a big improvement over the base MC from base DDLC. Oh shit. Life-threatening. What if all the girls have something like that? Something that could make them end up like... That's ridiculous. What are the chances all four of them would be in that position? Well, clearly you haven't played the base game, MC. Low. I hope it's really, really low. If mental illness is a birds of a feather type thing, I don't think my heart could handle it. Spending time with just Sayori seemed to help. Maybe if I... It's getting late. I should try and get some good sleep in for tomorrow. Even though I have to come up with a grand total of 0 solutions. I think of how I should write something first, but decide that I'll have plenty of time to do it at school. As I drift off, I can't help but think more about the poems. Maybe I could write one everyone likes.
Hello. I'm guessing you're reading this, right? Listen, I want to explain some things real quick.
Hello? Yo, whose voice is that?
Kellen?
Whoa. God, is that you? It's me, Martha.
Ugh, here, have a dream or something. God. Sorry about that, I didn't expect him to be able to hear me. To try and quickly sum things up, I'm the reason...
Oh. This is Monica. Actually, no. I know who this is. This is the MC from this is the base MC. I guess it's like the persistent data of the base MC. That's the reason this MC remembers everything in the past. To try and sum things up quickly, I'm the reason Killen has remembered the events of Act 1. This may sound confusing, but I'm save data that didn't get deleted when the game reset. That's not all, though. Before the reset, I got a look at some of the game files, which is how I came to know that this is all just a nightmarish visual novel. Seeing it did give me an idea of how some of this works, but I didn't get to look at much. Judging by how this part is labeled Act 1, I'm guessing the game progresses beyond Sayori. You may have noticed Killen doesn't know he's in the game. And honestly, I'm not sure if I should tell him or not. It's kinda a lot to digest, to say the least. Unless it becomes necessary, I'd rather him save Sayori on his own and pray that's the end of it. Oh, and I'm sorry I ignored your input to the prompt earlier. I just wanted to see how Monica would respond. It seems like she might be in a similar situation as I am. And don't think you're not important. You really are. If it wasn't for you, time wouldn't pass at all. Unless you're using auto and left. But what kind of monster would do that? Calling out all you no commentary DDLC channels. Hopefully not you. And before I forget, that pain we felt today was totally new. I never experienced anything like that in my Act 1. But it might be a reaction for some of the information I channeled into him. Oh, I suppose I should tell you about that too. Basically, we'll never know. Detroit Smash! I hit my alarm clock with so much force that it explodes and shatters the nightstand under it into splinters. Nah, I wish. I actually just hurt my hand as I punched my alarm clock. Ugh! You win this round. Smug bastard. Think you're so cocky. I climb out of my bed while shaking off the pain. I pick out my school uniform and head to the bathroom. Once I arrive, I lay down my clothes and turn on the shower. While getting undressed, I notice something in the mirror. I'm wearing a big, dopey grin on my face. It seems like my time with Sayori yesterday has put me in a good mood. Today is gonna be even better. Not just with Sayori, but with all the girls. For the moment, I forget that I failed to come up with a single real solution last night. That doesn't matter. After I finish undressing and in my natural state, I step into the shower. I do not practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball. If I had $1 million, well, I'd spend it all. My singing continues until I'm interrupted by what sounds like a bear fighting a moose. What the? This time I pinpoint the sound to be coming from my stomach. Damn, I forgot to eat dinner last night. I also count painkillers as dinner, and if that's the case, you've got bigger problems. True dat. I quickly finish my shower and throw on my uniform so I have time to eat a decent breakfast. I rush down the stairs and into the kitchen. Once I arrive, I begin rummaging through the cabinets and fridge. Let's see. I managed to find a half carton of eggs and a package of biscuits. Oh, he's gonna invite Sayori over for breakfast, that's right. Man, I need to go shopping. But this ought to get her done. Get her done. Settle down, okay? I'm working on it. As I go to turn on the oven, I remember something. I open the oven door and take out the dirty pan. Pan, I just want to let you know that there are no hard feelings. Oh, and you're still adopted and nobody loves you. I toss the unwanted metal love child into the sink and grab a bowl that I then fill with water. It's harsh, man. How do you know that pan doesn't have feelings? After using the water bowl to make sure the eggs are still fresh, I place the biscuits, in a newly heated oven. Once everything is in order, I let the biscuits cook for a while before I start scrambling. I would prefer to try and eat everything at the same time. As I'm about to start, I hear a knock at the door. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Huh? Who could that be? My parents are supposed to be back for a few more days, and I don't think I've broken any laws. I set the eggs down on the counter and make my way to the door. He's making his way to a lot of places.
Maybe he's still asleep.
Sayori! I quickly unlock the door and open it.
Hey, Killin. Sorry about showing up without telling you first.
It's no problem at all, Sayori. In fact, I'm actually quite proud of you for waking up so early. She smiles at me she smiles at me like that is exactly what she wanted to hear.
Ooh, what's that smell?
Oh yeah. I have some biscuits in the oven. I was about to make some scrambled eggs.
That sounds really good.
It does, doesn't it? It's a real shame it's only enough for one person.
Is that right?
Sarah looks away with defeated eyes. It's fun to tease her like this, but I probably should cut her some slack. I'm only joking. There's plenty for both of us if you want some.
Yay!
Her spirits are quickly lifted by the chance to get free food. The key to any woman's heart, her stomach. She could be so adorable sometimes. We head into the kitchen and I resume my post as Eggman. Dr. Eggman. All eggs will tremble before my fury. I think to myself as I crack them into a skillet. So, how's you so up and early this morning? I glance over at Sayori, who appears to be in a trance.
Huh? Oh, I guess I was just excited for today.
Excited, huh? What for?
Well,
Man, this skill sure is making my face hot.
I could ask you the same thing, Killin. You didn't seem like the eggs and biscuit for breakfast type.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? She proceeds to point at the 3 boxes of Pop-Tarts sitting on the counter. I guess you caught me. Truth is, I suddenly realized that it might not be a good idea to tell I didn't eat dinner last night. I just had a lot of energy this morning, you know? Figured I'd try something new.
It looks like we have another thing in common, huh?
Yeah, I suppose we do. Man, this skill is really making my face hot.
Hey, Killin, are the eggs done yet?
As I snap my attention back to the skill, I realize that they've probably been done a good 30 seconds. Well, I'll be. That nose of yours doesn't miss much, does it? Sayori nods her head in agreement to my remark. I take the skillet off the eye and use an oven mitt to take out the biscuits. Once I've given everything a good one over, I prepare a plate for the both of us. Breakfast is served. I hand Sayori her plate and watch as she begins to chow down. She's like a vacuum. She just sucks everything down so efficiently. I take a seat across from her and begin my own chowing.
This is really good, Killin. I didn't know you could cook.
Please, it's only scrambled eggs and biscuits. It's not like I'm a master chef or anything. Though when compared to her cooking, it might seem like one. As we continue eating breakfast, I come up with an idea. Hey, Sayori, what do you say we do this every morning?
Do what?
You know, eat breakfast together like this. You could come over before school and I could cook us something.
Oh, well, that sounds nice, but I wouldn't want you to go through all that trouble just to make me food.
Believe me, it's no trouble at all. Plus, it'll give me a chance to learn how to cook more than just simple stuff like this. It'll be like our very own breakfast club. Even after witnessing my enthusiasm, Sayori still doesn't seem very convinced.
I don't know. I would feel bad for eating without doing anything.
Don't say you're not doing anything. I enjoy spending time with you. Plus, you could, help him cook. Or help him with, getting materials to cook. Help do the dishes and stuff like that. And in my eyes, that's payment enough. She still seems unsure, but I need to make this work. Oh, but I need this to work. Same thing. Well, here goes nothing. Plus, it'll be nice to spend the morning with someone while my parents are gone.
Killin.
I feel kind of scummy for doing that. Sayori knows I don't like to talk about my parents when they're out of town.
Alright, but if you promise I'm not going to be a burden.
I promise that you're not a burden for eating breakfast with me.
Then I accept your invitation.
In that case, I hereby declare you the vice president of the newly formed Kiln and Sayori Breakfast Club. Watching her laugh like this, it fills me with determination. Man, this skill sure is making my face. Oh wait, the vice president of 2 clubs, huh? You're quite the productive lady.
You know it.
But you know that being the VP means you have to keep waking up early, right?
No problem. After all, I wouldn't be very good at my job if I was always late. Especially since the president could be such a meanie.
Hey! I allow her to continue laughing at my expense. It's not like I'd ever want to stop her.
Oh, Killin, we should probably get going soon or we might be late.
Oh, right. Come on. I'll just clean up when I get home later. After making sure the oven is off, Sayori and I leave my house. It's a good idea because you didn't want the oven to stay on. It'd be a waste of electricity, and you risk your house catching on fire. Walking to school gives me time to think over my strategy. Now that now that we've now that we're going to spend the mornings together, I'll be able to hang out with the other girls after the club. But what to do if Sayori wants to spend time with but what if Sayori wants to spend the afternoon together, or finds out that I'm spending time with someone else? Last time she saw me with one cheat, my blood runs cold as I hear her scream in my head. Luckily, Sayori doesn't seem to notice my shudder. I'll just have to be more subtle about it. It's not like she's going to walk in. It's not like she's going to walk in on me Frenching one of them. Just to be safe, I should come up with an excuse if she does. If she does see something that could be hurtful. As happy as I am just hanging out with only her, I need to be sure the other girls are all right as well. But let's say I do only have until Monday to solve any problems. I have to work fast to make sure it doesn't come off as too sudden. I can spend a weekend helping all of them, but what if that's not enough? Sure, me and Natsuki almost kissed when we hung out, but that doesn't really fix anything.
See you later, Killin.
Looking forward to it, Sayori. I think this is a good place to wrap up this episode here. Came to a natural pause. So I want to thank you guys for watching this installment of Relapse. Seems like we got a little bit more development. It's nice to see that Killin and Sayori are making up for lost time. The kind of bond they share is really nice. And I'm looking forward to see that develop more as the story progresses. In any case, it's been real. It's been fun. It's your boy Jake Killin. Ciao for now.